All right. So we just have one more person coming. She can catch up when she gets here. I'm going to go ahead and mute everybody. All right. So welcome to Fire and Ice Friday. We're going to work pretty hard here at the beginning of class, but at the end of class, we're going to really take it easy and enjoy some deep stretches. So it's going to be worth it at the end. So try and hang in there. This class is intended to press your limits of strength and endurance. So give it a shot. Give it a shot. Hang in there. All right. Finding your comfortable seat, whatever that is for you. Let the eyes fall closed and start to pull your awareness inward. Letting go of whatever you had going on before you sat down on your mat. Forgetting about anything that you might need to do later. For this next hour, it's just us, just here, and just now. Let the shoulders soften down away from the ears, shoulder blades slide down the back. Imagine that little thread connected to the crown of your head, setting you up just a little bit taller than usual. Then noticing your breath. Not to control it, but notice what your baseline is. How are you arriving to your practice today? Then starting to soften through the rib cage. And let the diaphragm drop. Let those inhales fill that whole belly space and that whole chest space. Each breath a little bit deeper and a little bit longer than the one before. So with your yogic breathing, always thinking about filling from the bottom up and emptying from the top down. Make sure that belly is soft, rising on the inhales and lowering on the exhales. Now for this next minute or so, we're just gonna breathe. And this can be the hardest part, keeping that attention pulled in. But if the mind starts to wander, bring it back to the sensation of your breath. Feel your breath moving in your body. Now bringing the palms together, rub them together, create some nice heat. Keep your eyes closed. Once they're nice and warm, cup them over your eyes. Let the hands go, blink those eyes open. So we're gonna do a pranayama called Kapalabhati. And this, in Sanskrit, it's Kapalabhati. In English, it translates to skull shining breath, like it makes your head sweat. It is something that's potentially dangerous for certain people though, because if you have high blood pressure, glaucoma, things like that, pressure-related issues, you probably don't want to do this, or you want to do it very, very gently. If everything is good, then go for it. So it goes like this. The inhale is passive, so you're not even making an effort to breathe. You're just relaxing and letting it happen. But the exhale is forceful. So you're gonna pull in and tighten the tummy really hard. So it's gonna be like this, mouth closed through the nose. Whew. And it gives you quite a lovely buzz, let me tell you. So we're gonna go ahead and just take it at your own speed. Now, some people go really, really fast. And you can do that if it feels good. Some people take it nice and slow, you know? So whatever feels right to you. We're gonna do this for about, let's say, I'm gonna actually set a timer to make sure we don't go too crazy. Let's go for, let's say 20 seconds. Go ahead and start now. Passive inhales, forceful exhales through the nose. And let it go. Ooh, all right. Taking the biggest, deepest breath of the day, fill the whole chest space, the whole belly space. Then through the mouth with a sigh, exhale completely. And inhaling the arms, out and up. Bringing palms to touch. Exhaling down through heart center. Now start to build some heat here. So press those palms into each other. Inhaling out and up. Bringing the palms to touch, creating some fire as you exhale down through heart center. All right, we're gonna do this about 5 more times. Inhaling out and up. Bring those palms to touch, create some fire, a good pressure. Awesome, inhaling out and up. Pressing those palms together. Exhaling down through heart center. Last one, inhaling out and up. This time, when the palms come to touch, we're gonna interlace those fingers, flip those palms, press the ceiling away. Big inhale. Exhale, tip right. Inhaling center. Exhale, tip left. Inhale, center. Dropping the right arm down, exhale, take your time. Think about keeping that left sit bone glued to the ground. Active reach through those fingers. Now notice what your chest is doing here. If it's kind of caving towards the floor, think about pulling that left shoulder back. You want to have that chest as square to the side wall as will happen. And if it feels good, the gaze can come up to that top palm. If that doesn't feel great on the neck, you can look anywhere that you want to though. Now think about starting to soften through that left side rib cage, that left side body. Notice the extra length you suddenly gain in your arm. Engaging the core. Inhaling back to center. Exhaling left. Keeping that right sit bone glued to the ground. Active reach through those right fingers. Stacking that right shoulder on top of the left. Beautiful. Gazing at the palm if it's comfortable. If not, no worries. Now again, think about actively releasing through that right side body. Let it soften, let it lengthen. See if you can get some more length in that arm. Awesome, engage the core. Inhaling back up. And exhale, float those arms down. Headed for our twist, pointing the left knee forward, stepping the right foot across. Right fingers behind left arm, right thigh. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, twist belly first, then ribs, shoulders, and finally the gaze. Think about growing taller with each inhale, and then twist just a little bit deeper with each exhale. Also, feel free to drop that left hand and grip onto that left big toe if it's available. And big inhale. Exhale, return that gaze to center, followed by the rest of the body. Switch those knees, so pointing the right one forward, stepping the left foot across. Left fingers behind, right arm, left thigh. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, twist belly first, then the ribs, the shoulders, and finally the gaze. Now notice the space that you create when you inhale. Try to move into that space as you exhale. Make sure to keep that spine nice and tall. And big inhale. Exhale, return that gaze to center, followed by the rest of the body. Headed for your tabletop, roll over the knees if it works, or kick those feet out to the side. We're gonna go straight into a cat pose, so press the ground away, tucking the tailbone, gaze drops to the navel, really arching that spine. Think about doming the core up towards the spine, so really actively lift with the abs here. Cow pose, inhale, letting the belly drop, the tailbone lift, the gaze gently lift. Now swinging that torso right, up into cat pose, exhale, swing it left, down into cow pose, inhale, keep that circle moving, soften through the shoulders, soften through the hips, find all of the tight and sore spots. Now feel free to get your head and neck involved here. So in cat pose, it swings up, swings down in cat pose. Did I say that backwards? Cat pose swings down, cow pose swings up. You might need to use it in moderation though. It does make people dizzy. And switching directions when you're ready. All right, returning that spine to neutral, gently sitting back into a brief child's pose. Now we're not here for long though, just long enough to reach those hands way out front, spread those fingers, plant those palms, tuck the toes under, lifting those hips up and back, downward facing dog. Now take a moment to arrive in your dog, maybe pedaling out the heels to stretch the calves, pressing the heel, one heel towards the floor, bending the other knee, then pressing the other heel towards the floor. Maybe shifting the hips from side to side. Whatever movements feel good here, go for it. Then start to notice the alignment of your spine here, trying to get those hips in line with shoulders, in line with the wrists. We're not really warmed up yet, so it might be a bit of a challenge for now. All right, inhale, shifting forward to a plank. We're gonna drop the heels to the right, and you can have one foot stacked in front of the other, or you can stack that left foot on top. And then this might be where you stay, and that's fine. Otherwise, we're gonna lift that left leg and lower and lift and lower and lift and lower and lift and lower and lift and lower. Just 4 more and lift and lower. 3 more and lift and lower and lift and lower. Last one, we're gonna lift it and we're gonna hold it up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower that leg, roll forward to plank, drop the knees, sit back, breathe, child's pose. Feel free to throw those arms behind you if you want to let those shoulders relax. And reaching those arms out front, spread fingers, plant palms, tuck toes under, lifting the hips up and back, down dog. And shifting forward to plank, rolling to the left side, stacking the feet if you can. Make sure to keep those hips lifted. Then if you want to, lift the leg and lower and lift and lower and lift and lower and lift and lower and lift and lower. 5 more and lift and lower and lift and lower and lift and lower. Hang in there. If you need to bail, though, bail. Lift and lower. Last one, lift and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down, rolling back to your plank. Set those knees down, sit back, child's pose. Threading the arms between the knees might feel extra nurturing right now. All right, go ahead and bring those fingers to the mat. Gently press yourself up to a seat on your heels. We are gonna do yogi push-ups. And I'm gonna give you 3 different options. We did this yesterday, actually. You can take it from child's pose. It'll be like this. We'll inhale, shift forward. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale up and exhale back. Totally legit. Or if you want to add a little bit more fire, take it from down dog. We'll inhale, shift forward. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale up. Exhale back. If you want to add even more fire, lift that left leg. Inhale, shift forward. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. All right. Pick your poison, whatever version you want, child's pose, down dog, or three-legged dog. Here we go. Inhale, shift forward. Bringing that knee to the elbow if you're doing the chaturanga. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. Perfect. Inhale, shift forward. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. 2. Inhale, shift forward. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. 3. Inhale, shift forward. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. 4. Inhale, shift forward. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. All right, go ahead and set that foot down. Option for a brief child's pose or hang out in your down dog. Now, if you are going to hang out in your down dog, think about your alignment. You are nice and warm now, so the shoulders probably are able to sink a little bit deeper than they were in the beginning. Trying to get those hips in line with shoulders, in line with wrists. All right. Setting up for your next side or your next round, depending on which version you picked. If you're going three-legged, lift that right leg. If you're going from child's pose, be there. If you're going from down dog, be there. Inhale, shift forward. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, lift. And exhale, back. Inhale, shift forward. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. Inhale, shift forward. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. Just 2 more. Inhale, shift forward. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. Last one. Inhale, shift forward. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, lift. And exhale, drop that leg. Drop those knees. Let's take our child's pose here. Feel free to thread the arms through or throw them back. Trying to bring yourself back to that nice, slow, deep breath. In the yogic tradition, they believe that when you're born, you have a set number of breaths. And so the yogi masters do their best to slow their breath as much as possible so that they live the longest lives. Whether that has any validity or not, I have no idea, but that is the tradition. All right. Reaching those arms out front, spread the fingers wide, plant the palms, tuck toes under, hips up and back, downward facing dog. All right, looking between the hands, hopper walk those feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, forward fold. Make sure that fold is coming from the hips, not from a rounding of the spine. Totally okay to bend the knees. Now we're not going to be here super long. I just want to get us stretched out enough to do our suryas. I like to rock a little bit from side to side here. I don't know if anybody else finds benefit in that. Swinging the hips a little bit from side to side. kind of stretches one leg and then stretches the other one just a little bit deeper. All right, put a bend in those knees, engage the core, thinking reverse swan dive, inhale, rise. Oop, I need to change my camera. I'm not used to the 2-camera system. I'll get there, I promise. There we go. All right. Surya Namaskar A, big inhale. Forward fold, exhale, heart lifted, tailbone lifted on the way down. Halfway lift, inhale, nice flat back. Chaturanga exhale, so plant those hands, hopper walk those feet back, bend those elbows to a 90. Then shifting forward, press the ground away, inhale, up dog or cobra. Thighs can be on the ground or off, up to you. If you want to build your fire, try to lift them. Hips up and back, exhale, downward facing dog. Looking between the hands, hopper walk forward. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale to your forward fold. And inhale, rise. Beautiful. All right, we're going to change it up a bit. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Shifting forward, press the ground away, inhale. Lifting the hips up and back, exhale. Now I said we were going to change it up, but I lied. First, because I see quite a few of you are actually hopping forward, I want you to try to really find lift in your core and try to hover the feet for a split second before they hit the floor. So look between those hands, hopping forward. Beautiful. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, rise. One of my favorite teachers said, you want to jump and land like a cat, not an elephant. Another big inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Now think about finding that strength. Not just flinging the body back, but using the strength to move it. Shift forward, press the ground away, inhale. Hips up and back, exhale. Okay, we're going for warrior one. So we're going to bring that left foot into a 45 or sharper. Step the right foot forward, inhale up, warrior one. Now careful with your placement of that left foot. You want to make sure that those toes are pretty far forward because our hips are intended to be square to the front. Beautiful. All right. Chaturanga, exhale. Shifting forward, press the ground away, inhale. Hips up and back, exhale. All right, setting that right footer to 45, stepping the left foot forward, inhaling up, warrior one. Beautiful. Chaturanga, exhale. Shifting forward, press the ground away, inhale. Hips up and back, exhale. All right, lunge. Right foot steps forward, staying up on those left toes, inhaling up, lunge. Try to make it one breath, one movement. Beautiful. Chaturanga, exhale. Shifting forward, press the ground away, inhale. Hips up and back, exhale. Looking between hands, left foot forward, inhaling up, lunge. Yes. Chaturanga, exhale. Shifting forward, press the ground away, inhale. Hips up and back, exhale. All right, option to go into warrior three. You can either take lunge or warrior three, up to you. Right foot steps forward, inhaling up, lunge or warrior three. Good job, guys. Chaturanga, exhale. Shifting forward, press the ground away, inhale. Hips up and back, exhale. Looking between the hands, left foot forward, inhaling up, lunge or warrior three. Yes. Chaturanga, exhale. Shifting forward, press the ground away, inhale. Hips up and back, exhale. All right. Looking between the hands, hopper walk those feet forward. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale to your forward fold. And inhale, rise. All right. That was the end of our big exertion. Go ahead and exhale those arms down. I hope it was enough for you guys. If not, I can try and kick it up a little bit more next time. All right. A little bit of balance, finding your balance on your left foot, bringing the right foot into your version of tree pose. Beautiful. Yep, that is totally an option. If anybody has a half lotus available, you can go for your half lotus. A little bit of a different experience. I think it really takes more focus because you have to keep that foot stable at the same time that you're balancing. Now, anything you want to do with the arms, go for it. A breeze in those branches if you wish. All right, so we're gonna lift that right knee. Ooh. All right, and lift it as high as you can. Get it nice and high. Now, you're welcome to hang out right here. If this is a challenge, go for it. This is good enough. Otherwise, bend forward a little bit, interlace the fingers under the foot, and then if you want to, press the foot into your hands, straighten that leg, then bring the forehead to the shin. Standing head to knee pose. Putting a gentle bend in that knee, coming back up, and release it down. How did that go? Did you guys do good? I couldn't see you because I was looking the wrong direction. Sorry. All right, good, good, all right. Finding your balance on that right foot, bringing that left foot into your tree pose, or go for the half lotus option if you want to. Anything you want to do with the arms, go for it. Katie Sawyer is your backup dancer now. Beautiful. All right, lifting that knee and lift it as much as you can. If you can get it past level, get it up there. Then either stay right here or interlace those fingers under the foot, extending the leg, then bringing that forehead to the shin, standing head to knee pose. Beautiful, guys. Put a bend in that knee, come back up, and let that foot go. That was nice. All right. All right, so coming back to the top of your mat, we need to get back to down dog, so we might as well get there through a flow, right? Inhaling the arms up. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Shifting forward, press the ground away, inhale. Hips up and back, exhale. All right, since we're here anyway, let's go ahead and take any last little bit of life that we have left in those triceps and stomp on it. So we're gonna do a little bit more of yogi push-ups. We're just gonna do regular ones this time though, and so they're gonna feel really easy if you did the leg last time. So pick your poison, down dog or child's pose. Then inhale, shift forward. Chaturanga, exhale. Mind those elbows, squeezing them into the rib cage. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. Beautiful. Inhale, shift forward. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. Notice your gaze. Keep your gaze a little bit forward when you're in your chaturanga. Inhale, shift forward. Chaturanga, exhale. It helps to keep the tips of your shoulders up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. Inhale, shift forward. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. Beautiful, guys. Inhale, shift forward. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. Inhale, shift forward. Chaturanga, exhale, dig deep. This is the last of the arms. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. We're gonna try and go for 5 more. Inhale, shift forward. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. Inhale, shift forward. Chaturanga, exhale. Turn it into a meditation. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. 3 more. Inhale, shift forward. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. 2 more. Inhale, shift forward. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. This is the last one, you guys. Inhale, shift forward. Chaturanga, exhale, and hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Bail out to the floor, lying on the tummy. All right, locust pose. Now, option, you can keep the arms here, or you can extend them out front, or anywhere in between, right? So the farther back they are, the easier it's gonna be, and the farther forward, the harder it's gonna be. So getting yourself set up how you think you wanna start, then lifting the upper body, lifting the back body, locust pose. Beautiful. Relax it down. Bring those fingers to the mat. Press yourself back into a little child's pose. Keep those knees pulled close together this time, though. I want that low back stretch. All right. Reaching those hands out front, tucking the toes, lifting the hips, down dog. Everything else is slow and easy, I promise. All right. Inhaling that right leg high. Then we're gonna exhale and bring that right knee outside of that right wrist, setting ourselves up in pigeon pose. Be real careful with your knee here. Now, the safest way to get into pigeon pose is with the toes pointed down at your left hip. If you have enough external rotation available in your thighs and your hips, then you can bring that shin parallel to the front of the mat or somewhere in between. If you ever feel a pinch in the knee, bring the toes back down towards the hip, okay? All right. If anybody can do king pigeon, feel free and go for it. I'm gonna play with it for a second, but it is not something that I do well. So if you wanna play with it, you'll bend that left foot. Oh, Bonnie, I should have known. Careful with yourself. Holy moly, this is one heck of a pose. Now the strap is good enough for me. Wow, beautiful. Now you're intended to get a hold of your foot, but I have a good foot and a half before I get even close. But that's the idea. You want to open the heart. One of these days. All right. Gently let that go. All right, lowering into our pigeon pose. And you're welcome to stay lifted. If your body wants you to stay lifted, go ahead. Otherwise, bring it down. Starting the ice portion of Fire and Ice. We're going to be here for a full 3 minutes. Let yourself soften into place. All right, guys, bring those fingers to the mat. Gently press yourself up. Now we're going to tuck those left toes under, lift that left knee off the ground. Then we're going to inhale that front leg all the way back into three-legged dog. Take your time, move slowly. We were there for a long time. Then put a bend in the knee, let that foot fall behind, opening the hip for scorpion dog. And if you want to, flip it into wild thing. And big inhale. Exhale, sweep those right fingers down. Inhale that right leg high. Exhale, set it down, down dog. Inhaling those left toes high. Exhale, bringing that left elbow out, or that left knee outside of that left wrist. Set up that front leg however you want to. Then we're going to take a moment for that king pigeon practice. So we'll bend that back leg. Now, if you don't have a strap, and if you don't, if you don't have a strap, you can just reach the arm back and grab the outside of the foot, and then just really go for that back bend. That counts. That's legit, right? Now remember, there's no pain in yoga. Discomfort's a different story, but no pain. Amazing, beautiful. And gently let that go. All right. Bringing yourself down into your pigeon pose. And be respectful of the fact that this hip may be entirely different than the other hip. And maybe you can't do the same things here, right? There's a tendency for us to try and force each side of our body to do the same thing that the other one can, and it's just not necessarily prepared to do it. 3 minutes here. All right, guys, we have arrived. Bring those fingers to the mat. Tuck those right toes under, lift that right knee. Sweeping that left leg back into your three-legged dog. Move slow, take your time. We were there for a long time. Put a bend in that knee, let the foot fall behind, really experience the hip opening, and then flip it into Wild Thing if you want. Big inhale. Exhale, sweep those left fingers down. Inhale that left leg high. Exhale, set it down. Down dog. All right. Moving your right thumb to meet your left. Stepping that right foot all the way up outside of that right pinky. Let the left knee drop. Top of the left foot to the ground. Bringing that right forearm to that right thigh. Inhaling those left fingers high if it feels comfortable and safe. You can also stay down. Totally up to you. If it feels okay, meeting with those other fingers, adding as much of a back bend as you wish. If you are going for a bit of a back bend, think about length in the spine. Beautiful, all right. Bring those fingers to the ground. Now we're gonna set ourselves up into our lizard lunge. So you're welcome to stay lifted the whole time, or you could lower onto blocks. Or body willing, you can lower just straight to the floor. Now, something to make note of, the hips are intended to stay level here. There's a tendency for us to want to really drop that left hip and lay on it. Try to keep it lifted, even with that right hip, and get both hips down at the same time. Now, it is okay to have the knee pointed out a little bit, as long as your toes are pointed in the same direction. Beautiful, all right. Bring those fingers to the mat, gently shifting yourself back, Ardha Hanumanasana, popping up those front toes for a half split. Now, if the full splits is in your bag of tricks, or if it's something that you're working on, just extend that left leg out behind you. Be super respectful of your body here. I rely on my Ujjayi breath a lot in this pose. Maybe think about turning on your Ujjayi breath, that ocean sounding breath. Beautiful, all right. Slowly, gently making your way back onto the bottom of that front foot. Then we're gonna tuck those left toes, lift that left knee. Now we're just gonna step that front foot back to a down dog this time. Slowly and gently, we were there for a while. Then bringing that left thumb to meet that right thumb, stepping that left foot forward, letting the right knee drop, top of the right foot drop. Then bringing that left forearm to that left thigh, inhaling the right arm high. If it's comfortable, feel free to stay down. And then if you want to, bring those other fingers to match with as much of a back bend as you would like. Think about having a really long spine. Beautiful. Gently bringing those fingers back to the ground, then lowering down into your lizard lunge. Remembering not to lay on that right hip. Try to keep them parallel. Beautiful. All right, bring those fingers to the mat. Gently shifting those hips back, popping up those front toes for Ardha Hanumanasana. And if you want to, extend that back leg, going for the full splits, full Hanumanasana. All right, coming back onto the bottom of that front foot. Tucking those right toes under, lifting that right knee, stepping that left foot back to a down dog. Now just take a second here to pedal out those heels, shift hips side to side, give those hip sockets some love. We really put them through the ringer. All right, guys, go ahead and let those knees drop. Let yourself sit back on your heels. We're headed for Supta Baddha Konasana. So depending what props you have, you're gonna approach it different, right? If you have a bolster, something like this, go for it, right? Or maybe it's, you know, the cushion off of a couch or, Sabrina, that looks good, looks good. Now, if you don't have anything available, a block will work, okay? Yep, that'll work. Okay, so now if you have the block, you're gonna wanna have it come to where it ends just about between your shoulder blades, okay? If you're using the bolster, pull the bolster right up to your sacrum. And it is Supta Baddha Konasana, so we're gonna bring the bottoms of the feet together here. And then gently lay yourself back. Beautiful. Now the idea here is that it's a huge heart opener, a huge stretch for the whole front body. It also allows the back body to relax here. So anything you have, a block is just fine, a couch pillow. And we're gonna be here for about 3 minutes. Let yourself relax. Supta Baddha Konasana. All right. Now rolling off onto whatever side is the most convenient for you, then remove the block or the bolster from your space, and then just roll yourself right back onto your back. Now we're going for Viparita Karani. Actually, let's give those knees just a little bit of a squeeze first. There we go. All right. Now we're going for Viparita Karani. Grab a block if you have one. If you don't have one, no big deal. You can just stack your hands on top of each other and put it right under your sacrum. Legs lifted. Notice how the quality of the breath changes. Okay, now I'm gonna give an option here, and this option isn't for everybody. It's a potentially dangerous pose. It has been known to pinch nerves and cut off blood supply in the neck. It's been known to cause or to induce stroke and to cause issues with glaucoma. So if you have high blood pressure, if you have glaucoma or any of those pressure related concerns, then go ahead and skip this. It wouldn't necessarily be a healthy pose for you if that is the case. Otherwise, if you want to go into halasana or plow pose, bring those hands to the mat down by your hips. And then we're gonna gently lift the hips and start to bring the toes to touch the ground behind us. Now, once there's pressure on the neck, do not move the head. Also, if anything starts to feel weird here, back yourself out. All right, when you're ready, bring those hips back down. And we're gonna just bring those knees to the chest and with as little effort as possible, remove that block. If it's easier to bring the feet to the mat, do that. That's totally okay too. Then we're gonna bring those feet down for just a quick windshield wiper. Make sure everything in the sacrum is back in line. All right, bring those knees in for a squeeze, a big inhale, and exhale, let them fall right, keeping that left shoulder down if it'll stay. And gently bring those knees back to center. Give them a squeeze, big inhale. Exhale, drop them left. Keeping that right shoulder down if it'll stay. And gently bring those knees back to center. Give them one last big squeeze. One last big inhale. And exhale into your Shavasana. Take a moment, make yourself perfectly comfortable. If you have a pillow, a blanket available, grab it. If you want to turn off lights, close blinds, any of those things, do. This is going to be a nice, juicy Shavasana. It's going to be about 6 or 7 minutes, so get yourself cozy. Maybe tucking under shoulder blades, maybe lifting the head, tucking the chin, laying that long neck down. Then relaxing the forehead. Relaxing the eyebrows. All of those little muscles around the eyes, relax them, let them go. Softening the cheeks. Letting them melt down towards the ears. Relaxing the jaw. Letting the tongue peel away from the roof of the mouth. With each exhale, feel your body pressing heavier and heavier into your mat. With each exhale, falling deeper and deeper into relaxation. Now take this last moment to scan your body. Notice if there's places where you're holding tension. Try to let it relax. Notice your hands, are they relaxed? Your shoulders, the hips. For these next few moments, just relax. Now starting to bring some life back into the body. Maybe wiggling some fingers, maybe wiggling some toes. Maybe reaching arms overhead for a big full body stretch. And then when you're ready, rolling onto whichever side is the most comfortable for you, savoring these last few moments of relaxation. Then using as little effort as possible, gently press yourself up to a comfortable seat, keeping eyes closed or lowered. Now take a moment, feel into the body, notice what's changed, notice what's going on. Take a moment and relax those shoulders. Softening again through the face, through the forehead, eyebrows, cheeks, little muscles around the eyes. Let that tongue peel away from the roof of the mouth. And inhaling the arms, out and up. Bringing palms to touch. Exhaling down through heart center. Now let's take a moment for gratitude. So let's put that right hand over the heart, the left hand on top. And just think, especially in this time, man, when so much is going on and people are suffering so much. Think about how fortunate we are, how many things we have to be grateful for. Let yourself steep in that realization, in that sensation. We are so fortunate. If you have a higher power, feel free to give thanks. Maybe give thanks to yourself for bringing yourself into these circumstances that you find yourself in. And inhaling the arms, out and up. See yourself grabbing your big hand full of divine energy, pull it down into heart center. Feel that warmth, see the glow. Last time, inhaling out and up. Bringing palms to touch. Exhaling down to the third eye for the mind, to heart center for the body and the spirit. Namaste. Thanks for being here, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. I sure enjoyed doing it. Here, there's Fire and Ice on Tuesdays and Fridays. Try and catch them both. There's some excellent classes, in my opinion. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Bye.
Bye.